There's a squirrel, like a baby squirrel that does not see me here. Amazing how much wildlife is out here. This squirrel is about 7 miles into a wilderness, and this squirrel will not know anything other than what's around here its whole life. I find that profound. Uh-oh, we may have been discovered, or he's trying to discover something. You tell it's a smaller baby squirrel that's still looking at everything in life. What's under this tree? Just like a little kid. Oh, now he lost interest. Yep. I'm zoomed in 10 times. I only have 10 times zoom. I'll show you at the end of this video where the squirrel lives next to this big, huge wilderness and this big river. It'll blow your mind. There's geese down there honking at each other. Just think about the world this squirrel lives in and how profound it must be to the squirrel. This, just everything's green and big and huge and wet, and all these big, huge animals, and some of them want to eat you, but most of them just ignore you. And then you get older and you mate with another squirrel, and then you have a little baby. There it goes, took off. Oh, I think I'm talking too much. Right to the end. Yep, he's taking off. Let me show you where he lives. Or she. Oh, right up the tree. There it goes. Oh, we're getting a show now. Expert tree climbers. Just picks one little stump out of the side of the tree and rests on it. Look at that. I will say this is definitely the best squirrel video I've ever had. Usually you don't get them in the wilderness. They run away and hide. So I'm getting a real treat from God right here. See how the perfect camouflage. See how fast it was moving on that tree like lightning. But the perfect camouflage. You couldn't see that. It just looks like a knot on the tree. See, look, you would not know there's a squirrel sitting on the side of that tree They find me 7 days later in the forest still filming a squirrel. Dave, why didn't you come home? It was the squirrel's fault. Or I could say, I was squirreling around. I'm zoomed in 10 times to this tree now. It's funny how he was down there on the log, then ran up the tree as fast as he could, and then sat there and almost just went to sleep. Look, I believe he's almost sleeping right there. Hear the geese in the background? They're up there arguing about something. Probably who's the boss. Yeah, they want to know which one of us is the boss. These are things 90% of Americans don't see anymore. They don't go on vacation. They don't do anything. They don't go into the wilderness anymore. They just go to like motels and campgrounds. They don't go deep, deep into the wilderness. Well, I think I'm going to have to, I don't think he's going to do anything. He moved a little bit there. You ever see an animal so comfortable just sitting on the side of a tree on one tiny little broken off stick, like a knot? Now you know why God makes knots on trees. So squirrels have a place to sleep. I mean, this squirrel is literally sleeping on top of this knot. See, God has a purpose for every single thing he makes. You might not think a tree knot is valuable, but a squirrel does. It'd be like you sitting on the ledge of the Rocky Mountain. There it goes. Oh, oh, now he's sticking his head out now. What's going on here? Now we're going to go discover this over here. That's perfect. That's perfect. I think I'll end the video with where he lives, because he's going up the tree in the dark. I can't film it. That was a cool squirrel video. Yes, I can get entertained with a squirrel video 7 miles into a national forest. I'm a simple person like that. Enjoy life with the simplicity of it. That's the way Jesus made me over the years. So beautiful out here. Now you know a little bit more about squirrels that you didn't know before. Next time you look at a little knot on a tree, you'll think squirrels use those like ladders to run up and down. This whole video has just been squirrely.